Hey, good evening, everybody. It is the Champion Principal. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And I just want to share a quick message with you. I know when I do different presentations, everybody asks like, "Where did you get that quote from? Why you always use that quote?" I remember 5 years ago when I did my principal interview, I used the quote. I remember years ago as a teacher, I used the quote. So there are like two quotes I normally use, and there's one famous quote that I use, and it's my driving force for the work that I do. It is by Frederick Douglass. It's easy to build strong children than to repair broken men. It's easier to build strong children than to repair broken men. I almost messed it up. Sorry about that. So Frederick Douglass was basically saying, this is my interpretation of what Frederick Douglass was saying and what his quote is still saying today. It's saying as parents, as a community, as a school system, as a government, it's much easier if we raise, train, build our children the right way the first time. What does that mean, Champion Principal? What does that mean? What does that mean? That means that we all collectively, number one, in households, in families, we have to raise our children. Not just raise them. You have to raise them in this society, in this world. You have to raise them to survive. You don't raise them just how you were raised necessarily. You don't raise them how the neighborhood is necessarily. You raise them the right way. The way you would want them to go. You raise that child as a respectful child who follows rules. You raise them as a survivor because they have to survive out in this world. You provide conflict resolution skills for them so they can understand how to deal with adversity, difficulties. You raise them to represent you, your last name. Your last name need to mean something. When people see a child with your last name, what is it that you're trying to represent? You want to be known as, hey, that's a respectful young lady. That's a respectful young man. Oh, he thugged out just like his daddy. He wiles out just like his mama. Which one do you want? But that's what Frederick Douglass was trying to tell us. He's trying to tell us we have to raise our boys and girls the right way. Teach them the important things in life, not all the foolish things. Teach them from birth. Mold them from birth. Love them. Encourage them that they can be anything that they want to be. Prepare them. How do you prepare them? It's easy to build strong children. You do it through education. You send them to school. Make sure they're there every day. Check on them. Build a relationship with the school. Build a partnership with the school. Support the school. Support the teachers. It's easier to build strong children than to repair broken men, is what Frederick Douglass was saying. Don't just let the school educate your child. You can educate your child. You can pick up a book. Even in this day and time, you can teach your child about almost anything with a click of a button. Click, click, click of a button. Nobody has an excuse. You can hit the Google button. You can go to YouTube and teach your child. Educate your child. We got to stop using that as an excuse. Even if you did not like school, there's things that you can do as a parent to educate your child. But it all starts with the beginning, you training up your child to be a respectful person. That's what Frederick Douglass was trying to say. Because look, if we do not train them up and prepare them in this world, we're going to be trying to repair them. Because why? Because they're broken. Once you drop out of school, you're broken. Once you do not go get a trade, you're broken. Once you do not open up a business, you're broken. Once you enter the county jail, you're broken. Once you get on that prison pipeline, you're broken. And then you have to work on repairing yourself. We were already behind. So now, after we're on that pipeline, it's going to be hard to clog it up. It's going to be hard to clog that pipeline up once you're already broken and once you're on that prison pipeline. Because you got to go to prison and then you got to survive prison. I can't even imagine the abuse that people have to go through mentally, physically in prison. I can't even imagine what people have to go through when they don't have an education and you have to go settle for a low-wage job and you still have to survive in this society where you don't even have enough money or insurance money to pay for health care. I can't even imagine that. That's broken. So that's what Frederick Douglass was saying when he was talking about repairing broken men. It's so hard to be repaired. Some of us who even have education, trades, own businesses, we're still broken in some areas. And it's a struggle every single day. No matter what it looks like, no matter what it seems, we all are still broken in some type of way. But it's much worse when you're not educated. It's much worse when you do not own your own business. It's much worse when you have to say, I have a felony on my, have a felony in my past or whatever. It's much worse when you've been arrested and we have to put that on our application. It's hard. So all Frederick Douglass is trying to say, guys, is that, hey, let's do everything that we can do to make sure our children are successful. That's sacrifice. See, we keep looking and saying, what's wrong with our children? No, what's wrong with us? I've said it in another video. What's wrong with us? We are the reason why they are struggling. Because we gave up our responsibility. When you have a child, that should be the most important sacrifice of all time. Yeah, that's the most important sacrifice that we can do. That means I can't go party all the time like I used to. That means I can't drink like I used to. I can't smoke like I used to. I can't have all the fancy clothes on like I used to. It's a sacrifice. And that's one thing I believe that we're missing. I don't believe we are sacrificing like we should. Because if we sacrifice like we should, our children would not be in the shape that they are in right now. I always say it, what examples are we setting? I'll be the first one to say I don't set all the greatest examples, but I sure try to set 99% of the great examples in front of my child, in front of all children that I come in contact with. I'm not telling them all the crazy stuff and showing them crazy stuff. Don't matter what neighborhood you live in, no matter what environment you're in, you still can teach your boys and girls the right thing. Yeah, they're going to be exposed to some negative things. Of course they are. But you as an adult, me as an adult, I have the ability to show them the right way that they should go. We have to stop the school to prison pipeline as a community. We have to stop that as a mom, as a dad. We can stop it, dads. Mothers, we can stop it. It's up to us. Because once they are broken, guys, it's over. And I applaud those men out there and those women out there who got caught up. And now they're unclogging that pipeline, that they're doing something positive with their lives. It's amazing. I got much respect for you because I know it's hard. It's hard mentally. It's hard emotionally. It's hard when you got to go out there and get a job and go to work. But many of you all are doing it. And I think it's an amazing thing. Just like I think it's amazing when people graduate from high school and they go to college. I think that's amazing. I think it's amazing what our boys and girls are doing when I see them at Alabama A&M, Alabama State. I think it's amazing. But again, it's easier to build strong children than to repair broken men. We need to try to avoid repairing broken men. We have to find a way to avoid that situation. And it just starts at home. We can keep trying to push it off on somebody else. It starts at home. Even if the home is not all the way right, even if we feel that the home is not capable, the responsibility is still on the home. And once the home get it together, the schools can help. The government can help. The mentor groups can help. But we have to get it right at home first. I cannot expect somebody to do anything for my son if I am not molding him, shaping him to have the right mindset and the right foundation from the jump. It's going to be luck if he was not trained properly, and then some mentor out there or some school teacher help fix him. That's going to be luck. We got to train them. We have to be models for them. No matter what we did coming up, we have to tell them the right way. We have to show them the right way because we know better. And that's the killer part. Some of us know we know better. We've seen the damage. We've seen what it's like in a broken society. And we're still out there doing whatever. Not showing our boys and girls the right thing. Still trying to blame somebody over here. No, we have to accept responsibility. Because I told you already, the world not set up for you and I. It's not. So we have to figure out a way to train our children up the right way. Get on their nerves. Get in their business. Say something to them. You see them running up and down the street and they don't supposed to be? Say something to them. You got a high school kid and you know they're not getting to school on time? You make sure they get to school on time. You check their homework. Make sure they at least tried to do their homework. You call, email the teacher. How hard is that? We all got to go to work, guys. And I know, people want to say, well, I got to go to work. We all go to work. That's nothing new. They've been working since the beginning of time. You want to pay now or you want to pay later? You want to build them now or you want to repair them later? Think about that. Great Frederick Douglass. It's easy to build strong children than to repair broken men. Thank you.